And now for something completely different. Ekō Naito. Yeah, I had different plans for this time slot, but I knew it was time to go back to classic game, and I didn't want to do another game from my childhood because I want to kind of alternate between like games I missed and games that I actually played and I want to revisit in this series. I had another game planned, but it was just too intimidating. Ooh, the intro starting. There was just like, it was like, partly there was like audience expectation where I'm like, do I want to take on the pressure of like handling this classic game right? And also because the game had too many alternate play styles and campaign styles and so on, and picking the right one for the playthrough. Or the idea of doing both at the same time maybe, or something was just like, I was like, I got procrastinating all day and I'm like, fuck it, let's just play something nobody expects. A game that I think nobody has ever asked me to play, ever. Ekō Naito. Wow, that was really well timed. Right when I finished introducing the name of the game, the intro started playing in earnest. So yeah, pressure's off, I guess, because I don't know. I've never heard of this game in pretty much any context. I feel like statistically you've probably never played it or even seen a playthrough of it. There'll be like that one guy, and he's like commenting right now that he's that one guy. Hello, guy. But pretty much, I think this one kind of flew under the radar and then kind of vanished from memory a bit because it just doesn't really come up. But yeah, you can kind of tell why it's coming up a little bit on this particular channel, because From Software, right down there, their history is a little more eclectic and surprising and all over the place before Dark Souls and Molten Core, Armored Core, there we go, and Tenchu and stuff. They made a series of strange games all over the place that you wouldn't immediately associate with them. Although in this case, there was some really strong clues, because looking at that intro that played, it sure looked a lot like King's Quest and Shadow Tower, which were their two of their big franchises back then. Well, King's Quest, Shadow Tower was much shorter. 1937, America. On this day, I received a most peculiar letter. The sender's name is Henry Osmond, my father. This was the first letter I had received from my father since the day I left home. The only thing enclosed within the letter was a small key I have no recollection of. I haven't the slightest idea what message my father was trying to get across. Is this Richard Osmond? This is the Anchor City Police Department. We would like to ask you a few questions regarding your father. If I sound rushed, it's because I quickly realized the text is proceeding automatically, so I gotta get it done. Your father was a strange man, living alone in this place. Psh, he doesn't even show when his own house burns down. We're here. He has very ripply clothes. This game just goes. I don't know if it had to like pick an option or a setting. You can look around all you want, since you are family. Oh, now we have manually proceeding dialogue. That was surprising. I just hit new game and boom, new game starts. No, not even a single setting choice or anything. And I don't think there was even an options menu. It's like, here we go, let's start. Try not to touch too much though. We're still investigating. I wonder why he chose to live alone here in this secluded place. Try not to touch too much? We're investigating? Why am I allowed to touch anything then? Your father seems to have been an artist or something. Come to think of it, I haven't seen any art tools in here. How do you know he's an artist then? Just reputation? He had one hell of a strange father. Had? He said he doesn't even show when his house burns down, so he's not dead, but he's missing or something. Okay, let's figure out the controls, because they're weird in these games. Oh yeah. How did this ever fly? It's so confusing. Because I remember this, you look up and down and around with the triggers, and you look... So I walk forward and backwards with the D-pad, and then left and right with the D-pad. Joysticks don't do anything right now. Left, so this is left, this is L1, up, L2 is down. On some level I can kind of get that. It's like, oh, well this is the up, between the two L's this is the upward one, this is the downward one. But here's the weirder one, R1, I can't tell where, is it working? Yeah, R1 makes me strafe left, R2 makes me strafe right. That is legitimately the strangest system you could possibly have. Oh man. I don't know. I think, let's see. There's no pause menu, so I think we're fucked. Select. Ooh. System. Key config. I think we can fix this up. Ekō Naito config. Kingsfield config. So in Kingsfield, strafing was L1 and R1, but looking up was L2 and R2. And everything else stays the same? That might still make more sense to me than this. Hold down circle to crouch. What's this one do? Rotate. What is viewpoint? Viewpoint is looking up and down. So this puts strafing on the D-pad, which makes a kind of sense, but it puts rotating on the D. That's really strange. I think I'll go with Kingsfield. That makes more sense. Because I can't customize it from scratch, can I? No. At least strafing being L1 and R1 makes a bit more sense. But I'll just have to get used to viewpoint being weird. I'm a little disappointed, because in Shadow Tower you could remap the controls. So I made it this whole system where... it was... Oh yeah, I think I made it so that I made it a dual stick game, like Halo style, where left, right, up, down was moving, left, right, and up and down, and then looking up and down was triangle and X, and looking left and right was square and circle, which is really weird because I'm playing it like it has two joysticks, but I'm using the buttons as joysticks. But it meant that movement made sense in my head, even if the feeling of the buttons felt very weird. Oh well, it's what happened. You can change the font. Classic games can be fascinating, just in the terms of like, what settings will even exist. Alright, so now strafing makes sense. But I have to... The right trigger is down, left trigger is up. That'll take some getting used to. Okay. Is he gone? Oh, that's the wrong door. I'm a fool. Okay. It'll probably be... The controls will probably be feeling less of a problem in this game, where it's a survival horror kind of, but more of a puzzle game. More of a point and click adventure with horror elements. Although I don't really know how it'll be mechanically implemented, so we'll see. Maybe I'll get in some real trouble and have to react quickly and then be like, why can't, oh my god, I can't, it's too hard. But the other game was an action game, so that was a lot harder. Winding key. Let's pick it up. We found our first object. There's debris here. Can I, like, inspect it at all? No. So this is my father's house, and it's completely burned up. So, okay, so square opens this menu. Hello. There's a bed. My father must have been sleeping here. Wow. Much insight. This clock's doing alright, considering. It's locked. My father cherished this grandfather clock. The hands obviously don't move anymore. Can I use the wind-up key? Let's review the controls again. Not that much. That doesn't really provide much clarity. So triangle is check, X is select. Circles cancel, and square is item. Which kind of still keeps the terms a little vague and all over the place as far as, like, how do you use your item? Okay, so can I use the key? There we go. The key is unlocks the grandfather clock, obviously, not the wind-up key. My mistake was thinking that was relevant yet. Did I just walk in? Oh, I just looked closer. Okay. Ooh, what's that? Is that where I put the wind-up key? You're right. I didn't know clocks could drink caffeine. So hold circle to crouch, right? There we go. They mean hold. It goes for a while. Oh, this is creepy. My father had a secret cult creepy basement. What's this? A book? What? This police officer's gonna be outside just thinking, I don't know, he's just gone. I mean, there's only one way into this building, and that guy just vanished, so... Don't know what's up with that. Oh, maybe that's why my father's gone. Did he vanish? Did he also pick up the mist linking book? Like, this definitely didn't feel like it's like a flashback or we cut away to something. It definitely feels like I just went into that book, and it just, or I'm viewing this through the book, because it went in trippy vision where it spun and stuff. I actually don't know what I look like. Is that me? Or have I inhabited a new person? Or am I viewing what happened to somebody? That's some really solid environment art. Hi. This thing. So I'm still Richard Osmond. Because, yeah, it said, I noticed before it said male, age 25 here. I was introduced as Richard Osmond earlier, so we're fine for now. It's cloudy, apparently. Thank you. My pedometer 190. It ranks how many steps I've taken and how long I'm taking, and combines those to grade me, I guess. Is there a save option somewhere? I just see load. Huh. That's a little worrying. Maybe there's obvious save points along the way. We're on a train. I don't know if I've ever actually been on a train, as strange as that sounds. Sir, please remain seated while we pass through this tunnel. Is there specific reasons to stay seated in a tunnel? Oh. What's the association of tunnels, I wonder? If there wasn't lights inside, then I'd be like, oh, okay, it's dark. But there's lights. We're good. So that's the guy I just saw get on. So I'm still playing as Richard Osmond, but the guy that cutscene was still in first person earlier. Or maybe it wasn't, because we would have been left behind and not on the train. What is it? Go away if you don't want anything. Please, just leave me be. He doesn't like me. I do not have an item. Dang. We are passing through a tunnel. Please remain seated. Can I go anywhere? I don't respect your rules, sir. Oh. Well, that's terrifying. Terrifying indeed. Can I go up here? This is an even worse idea. Wait, am I gonna get my head cut off or something? Is he just going up? This is dangerous, sir. I didn't think he could just do that, honestly. That came as a surprise. So no one's seated near me. We have this guy. Oh, and a child. A creepy child with a creepy book. This art style lends itself, not just art style, but this period lends itself so well to horror, because so much of what they could make was just inherently off-putting looking. Look at the creepy little legs going every now and then. So playful. Definitely not terrifying. Yes. Have we met before? I'm sorry, but I can't seem to remember you. My grandfather wanted to go on a trip. I didn't want to go. I want to go home. How'd you get that book to stand up like that, little girl? It's really impressive. She's just kind of levitating it with her mind. She's very talented. Hopefully they didn't hide any items between the individual. Oh, that's a yawning abyss. I don't like that. Yeah, I was thinking they hopefully didn't hide anything between the chairs, because it would take a lot of check. I guess I could just, I can do this. I don't have to check each individual one manually. I can just strafe, and then we know. They've hidden any adventure game items along the way. Okay. So we have an old man and a little girl in the back train. The caboose, which we know is the caboose because there's no more train that way. Ah. Well, now I'm curious. The door is locked from the they just locked me out. Well. Now everyone's back there except for the... Oh. You know, except for the murder victim. Okay. Off to a good start. Would you like to pick up the crank? Sir? Sir? Can you hear me? Sir? This bodes poorly. I'll do my little check here, too. Well, here I thought he might be a scripted sequence, and I guess he was, but I thought he was gonna leave once I moved away. Like if I proceeded to the story enough, maybe he'd like get out of the way and let me through that door. No, he seems to be permanently blocking that door now, in that he is dead. In a way that is unhelpful for my ability to get through there. I should just use this crank to detach the train car or whatever. So maybe this is where this comes in handy? Because I've been locked out. What am I going to do with the crank? Oh, I can just crawl along the top. Can't open it with my bare hands. What about a crank? Oh, there is a spot. I actually genuinely was like, what are you gonna do? Pry it open with a crank? I don't see a place to actually use it. What are you doing? Maybe you didn't hear me. Drop your weapon or I will kill her. What? Are you mad? She's your granddaughter. Yes, she's my cute little granddaughter, but you're after me. You loathe me, not her. Have you the heart to take an innocent soul? Damn you! I knew you were after me for quite some time now. I'm well prepared. In my opinion, you're not suited for this. You're too damn honest and righteous. You are too nice to kill. But I guess that is one reason you've made it this far. My granddaughter's life is in your hands. What shall it be? Looks like I win. Foolish boy. You just kicked his head! Sir, is everything alright? Shut up. The child didn't even react to this. It's nothing. You didn't hear a thing. Take this. Oh, yes, but... Okay. How did the youth get on the caboose side of the train? The stone. Are you okay? I mean, he's shot. I'm sorry I scared you. Do you like your grandfather? My grandfather is scary. Your grandfather has been possessed by demons. I have been chasing that demon with this blue stone. Keep this piece with you until we meet again. It will protect you from anything. May I ask your name? Kreia Rockwell. I'm Henry Osmond. We shall meet again. Goodbye, Kreia. That kick to the head, I wasn't ready for it. Damn fool. He should have just taken the money and left. He shouldn't die that easily. Taken the money and left. Did you already pay him off to leave? Or are we talking about the police officer? Did you kill him? Well, I witnessed some stuff here. Let's go ahead and turn the audio down a little bit. I think I heard some distortion from its blaring volume. That can be an issue sometimes. Should record a bit better if we turn it down, maybe. Well, I witnessed some shit there. By the way, there's demons and also old men that shoot people. Did I hear a gunshot sound when I was in the train car ahead? When he killed the first guy? Also, I'm surprised how, like, we're framing the conductor. We're framing the young guy as being the better person here. But didn't he shoot that conductor? Or murder him in some way? Is the conductor also possessed by demons? Wait, the blood went that way? Yeah, oh right, yeah. So he went back onto the caboose. That's why I was surprised that, like, based on how the confrontation was happening, the old man was on this side, so I thought this was the caboose. But then the old man left the train to go pay off a witness. Muddied the waters a bit. But yeah, so he was facing the caboose when that happened. Wait, he left... Someone was like, hey, what's going on there? And that old man, like, left to be like, that's nothing. Fuck off. Now that one's locked. Wouldn't the guy who came in to check on the sound have to have passed the body on their way in? They must know this is way more severe than just a sound they heard. Maybe they're working for him. You can't see? You're possessed by that stone. I can't die. Not like this. That'll be enough, Gibberish. You shall die now. This will not be the last of me. William Rockwell! Wow. He just dove off. Run, you coward. That's not the coward move. Possessed by this stone? Ha ha ha. I will never hand this over. Not to anyone. Am I real? Oh, he sees me. Okay. Oh, am I out now? People were talking to me, but I was also witnessing things so passively that I was still kind of unsure if I was real at times. Let's pick up the red book. Well, things got really strange really quickly. This book was found in the house. I wonder if it's my father's. 38 years have passed since the day I fought William with the aid of the blue stone. My fate has changed drastically ever since William showed up. My mother, my father, everything I have cared for was taken from me by that knife. I tried to forget it all when the ship disappeared. I wanted to believe that the red stone, that girl, and everything had vanished with Orpheus. My vengeful wish has been fulfilled. I wanted to believe that. But my fate has much more in store. That voice beckoned me. Now is the time. I must put an end to this all. There is no need to return here. I must go to this ship in the endless sea. There's a newspaper clip pasted onto the last page. It dates back 23 years ago. Anchor City Journal, 1914. April 12th. Orpheus case unsolved. The search has finally ended. A year ago, the passenger liner Orpheus mysteriously disappeared while sailing the Atlantic Ocean. According to the investigators' final report, the Orpheus sunk due to a sudden tempest. However, the search did not find any evidence that could prove this fact, and has concluded the case to be unsolved. I must go to the ship on the endless sea. Apparently a very endless sea because it went missing. Distressing. Huh. Zoop. Anything around here? It's funny I say, like, missed linking book, and then we crawl through a passage like that. That immediately makes me feel like we're gonna go type a code on a grid. But there's definitely a part where it's a little funny that I am, like, already playing a game a little bit like Eternal Darkness with the, living through everyone's different individual stories like this, apparently. Like, if that's gonna be a mechanic. Maybe that was a one-off. Could have been a one-off. Or maybe I'll keep flashing into little, segments like that. I wonder if this is my father's work. It is a painting of two statues facing each other. And then a chair. Trying to make this out a little bit. Like, is that a... There's like some dining tables. That might be this very stand that this painting's on. It seems clear you want to pick up the statues, make them face each other. I'm just trying to think of, like, how do I interact with them? What? Okay. It must be stuck to the ground, for it refuses to move. Oh. I guess we'll move this chair then. Ah! Simulation of weight is in here. I have trouble moving with this thing, but I can move very quickly with the chair, which is suitable. I guess I need to pick it up from the side, so I can make them face each other. Ooh. Oh. Okay, yeah. This actually is a really suitable companion to Eternal Darkness so far. Which itself had surprising analogs to Silent Hill 4, with me playing them back to back. So I'm playing 3 consecutive, similarly structured, retro horror games on accident, because I'm doing them blind. I didn't know that's what any of these games were. Go figure.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Suddenly voice acting?
Come with me.
You don't expect voice acting to suddenly crop up half an hour into your playthrough, but here we are. Were those other characters not important enough? They seemed important.
You shall not leave.
Oh. Rude.
You mustn't go outside of this room. Is that understood?
What if I want to? Bye. Well. I'm very curious. Tune in next time. I'll see you guys where we figure out where the hell this is all going.